delicious. It's delicious.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to today's stream. Actually, not welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the channel. Really appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Always coming through, always showing love, always seeing what's up on the cross unit. Want to say thank you to all my supporters, man. You guys have been leaving comments, man. You guys have been sharing the videos. You guys have been hitting the like button. Of course, you guys got the notifications on, and I really do appreciate all of that, man. All of it, because at the end of the day, there is no cross unit without you guys. This ministry is 100% dependent on you guys, and I really cannot say thank you enough. Honestly, I cannot. No matter what, at the end of the day, I know that I'm only here because you guys are the supporters that you are, and I really do love each and every one of you guys, man. And it may sound weird because yes, I have not met most of you in person, if not anyone. I don't think I've met, I don't know that there's I can't think of anyone that I've actually met here in person. But having said that, that does not negate the fact that I do feel the way that I feel about you guys, so I appreciate it and thank you. We are going to go ahead and continue on by starting off the way that we always do. Let's go ahead and switch the right scene here. Let's do the same thing here. We're going to start off with the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you prosperity. Again, that's Proverbs chapter 3, verses 1 and 2, guys. What are the thoughts on that? Those who are older and not as respected in Western cultures today as they once were, or as the elders are in some other cultures. The Bible repeatedly reminds us of our need to honor those who are godly and who have gone before us. Whether the father behind this passage is the physical father of the person receiving the instruction, or he was a teacher of this student seeking wisdom. Either way, The principle is the same. We have much to learn and much to gain from heeding the voices of those who have served God for many years through many trials and opportunities and have proven themselves wise and faithful. You know what, guys? I think that does say a lot, because at the end of the day, you guys got to remember, man, and I am not saying this in any way to try to be a boomer or anything like that. I think respect for our elders is at an all-time low. As a matter of fact, I don't think it, I know it, right? You look at these schools, you look at interactions with police, you look at anything. People do not respect wisdom anymore, right? These damn kids think they know it all. They think that social media is the way to is the way to live life, right? They think that that's reality. The fact of the matter is, guys, that's not how it works, right? You need to respect your elders, period, point blank. It doesn't matter if you want to. It doesn't matter if you think you should or not. No, that it should be like when I was growing up, and I was talking to my wife about that the other day. When I was in school in the 90s, man, there was no, even the worst kids didn't dare disrespect teachers, right? They didn't dare do the things that kids do now. They didn't walk out of schools. They didn't just do whatever they wanted inside the school. We had homework, we had responsibility, we had accountability. And now we don't have those things anymore, right? Now you just got a bunch of little kids walking around who, the minute they're accused of something, they get to point the finger at the teacher and the parents and the principal and the cops and everybody else, but it's everybody's fault except theirs. And you know whose problem that is? You know whose fault that is? Ours. Society allowed these damn kids to get out of control and say and do whatever they want. And now we're looking at each other with these stupid looks on their faces, trying to figure out what we're going to do. Because at the end of the day, kids are out there doing whatever the hell they want. And it's our fault. Society got so soft and we let liberals penetrate so deep into our culture that now we're trying to freaking reverse this course. And I don't know that it's possible, only through prayer, guys. So having said that, guys, here is the prayer. If you want to pray with me, please pray with me. You know that you are always welcome. If not, that is fine. I will wait until you're comfortable. But at the end of the day, let's go ahead and hit it, man. Loving God and Almighty Father, thank you for those wise people in my life who have shared your wisdom and their experience with me. Please help them know how much I appreciate their investment of love and guidance in me. And please use me to do the same for those who come after me. In Jesus' name I pray, and I especially thank you for those who have shared their wisdom with me. Amen and amen, baby. Thank you so much, Bun22, for subbing to the Cross Unit. Welcome to the family, and God bless you, man. Really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Paulie P, sub to the Cross Unit. Thank you so much. God bless you, and welcome to the family, guys. If anybody has questions, if anybody wants to call, if you're on TikTok, go ahead and hit that multi-guest button, guys. You are welcome to do so. I am so grateful. Thank you, TikTok. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing people to call in. I think that one of the smartest things that they did, Kathy Kearns, thank you for subbing to the Cross Unit. Welcome to the family. I think one of the smartest things that they did was make it so that people were allowed to like join the alive. Before, what it was that you couldn't join alive. Like if you didn't have over 1,000 followers, like if you weren't able to go live on your own, you couldn't join somebody else's live. Now that's actually no longer the case, which I'm extraordinarily grateful for, right? So I thank you again, TikTok, for looking out as far as that. What is, guys, let me look at something here real quick because my face can't, let me make sure that this thing is still okay. All right, yeah, it's not looped. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I can tell you one thing, as much as I love OBS Studio, when you have a lot of media files running, media sources, it'll do it, but the more you have running at once, the more, and then it kind of interferes with like browser sources and stuff, and it's not a big deal. But I noticed that they look just as good if you just let the animation play once and then stopped, right? Mission lock, next objective, liberate province Nabio Sud. Let's go ahead and do that. And we are now in the Mex DLC, guys. There's not a lot to do here. Let me go ahead and lower this a scotch because I know that I don't want you guys to have to listen to that. Heat level 1. Oh my gosh, I just got slammed. You guys saw that? Oh my gosh. Oh man, this isn't even it. I thought I was here already. Man, they're playing some good music. I'm praying to God that TikTok doesn't boot me out because this is the NCS friendly. This is the friendly stuff here. Nabio Sud. Okay. It says it's not Oh, okay. So it's not. I'm such an idiot. It's been so long. All right. Okay, so we have no multi-guest requests. All right. I want to make sure everything is good. Yeah. Okay. We got no multi-guest requests, guys. If you guys want to call into the show on YouTube Live, just go ahead and click the link right there. First link in the description. I'm sorry, crossunit.live/call, guys. crossunit.live/call if you are on YouTube Shorts Live. What happens is on YouTube Shorts Live, they're trying in a lot of ways to mimic, they're trying to mimic what you call TikTok, right? As far as the shorts, like live stuff. And I get it, whatever. Like they're going to do whatever they feel. I don't know if I even have a token. Let's see, Rebel Support Mech Drones. Request drop. Okay, I do have a beacon. Eviction drone. Now, I want to see what this does. Because when I used it the last time, when we were in the air, like trying to take over the air fortress, my goodness gracious. And they're already blasting at me. They're already blasting at me, my goodness. Yeah, it died right away. Like right away. So we're going to go ahead and get it first. And let's see if let's see if we can do ourselves justice by this drone and see what it actually does. Maybe there was some controls I wasn't aware of. Whatever. Okay, so here's my... All right. I'm looking to see if this... Where's my drone at? Oh, it is doing something. Okay. Nice. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So what ended up happening last time, guys, was that I deployed that drone, but I deployed it in the middle of like 50 other drones, and I think they just overwhelmed it. Excellent. Excellent. I love this. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, guys. This is so cool. Look at that. That thing is this. It is busting things up. What was I talking about? I got so sidetracked here. And even I'm talking about even before the game. So if anybody wants to come through, man, if anybody wants to talk, if anybody has any questions about the Bible, man. Oh yeah. So it flattens the link. And what? Where's my drone? Don't tell me my drone is gone. There's no way my drone is gone. I think my drone's gone. Or is it fighting another drone? Oh no, it's here. Okay. I don't think that drone does good fighting other drones though. Lower this music a little bit. You know what? Let's go back here, guys, and collect some ammo. Because my goodness, I didn't collect any. You guys got any ammo here? All right, can you guys donate to the United Puerto Rican Ammo Fund? I don't have ammo, and I need to destroy some stuff for the stream. Yeah, so YouTube Shorts Live, guys. I'm so sorry. I keep getting sidetracked. So YouTube Shorts Live, what it does is what's called. Actually, I had to look this up, but what it does is it flattens links. So it's actually a good thing that I know that, because when I looked, it doesn't only flatten my call-in link, it flattens also all my links, right? So Discord, my X account, my TikTok, my sub to YouTube, everything. It flattens everything. So that's why I started making the graphics to show you guys, you know, crossunit.live/call. That's, oh my goodness, I'm dead. Okay, whatever, cool. So that's, you know, that's what it's for. So guys, that's basically, if you're on YouTube Shorts Live and you see the link and you want to call, go ahead and call. Just go into your browser of choice and it's real easy. crossunit.live/call. crossunit.live/call. And if you're on TikTok, just hit the multi-guest request. I even put the little graphic there. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, I'll fix that for the next stream. I'll fix that tonight. I hate these drones so much, man. And it's really that easy, guys. It really is that easy. But yeah, so on TikTok, just tap the multi-guest request. I don't even know what they just hit me with. Oh, that. And I will happily take this. Thank you so much for contributing to the Puerto Rican Ammo Fund. Because now I don't even need to worry about ammo. I'm going to just come in here. Hey! I'm surprised there's no mechs, but that's okay. Because I don't want to deal with the mechs. I don't want to deal with them. But and you know what this... Oh, never mind. I spoke way too soon. Woo! Way too soon. Good thing the tank has way better firepower. These things don't go down, huh? Okay, we got one more generator. Where? Is it right here? Oh, I see it. Okay, so we got this. We got this. I think I'll just drive the tank to the next thing too. So just type in the link, guys. Go to your browser of choice and type in crossunit.live/call. You can even leave it on your phone and go to your laptop or your desktop if you want to, or another tablet or whatever, but you can do it like that. Funny thing is, though, on YouTube Shorts Live, if you're watching my YouTube Shorts live stream on a tablet, you can tap the link. So you can just get right into the conversation. If you're on TikTok, you can go ahead and tap multi-guest. I make sure that I'm looking out to see, you know, that there's no requests. If you're looking for me and you want to get in on TikTok, guys, give me a few. Sometimes if a few minutes passes, just like I said, just be patient with me. For nothing other than the fact that that computer which is streaming to TikTok is off to the side, so I have to literally turn my head to a complete 90-degree turn because I actually had 4 monitors on this PC, and I took one out because I actually wanted to maximize efficiency and put my Elgato prompter in place of where that monitor used to be, because I was like, do I really need 4 monitors for the recording PC? Although the more monitors the better as far as monitoring web browsers, OBS Studio, TikTok Live Studio, and other things that I may need to on the fly. It actually has worked out better because I can just use split screen on one of the bottom monitors, put TikTok Live Studio on the middle monitor, put OBS Studio on the big 1440p monitor, and call it a day. But yeah, so now my prompter is there for when I'm doing my long form content and my short form content, and it really is a lot more beneficial, guys, because my prompter was like under the monitor, and it was like not okay. All right. Man, these guys are busting me up. Thank God these guys didn't shoot at me like that. Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh no! I didn't even notice my tank was on fire. No, nobody told me anything. Yeah. After I finished sucking, yeah, guys. So that's the thing is that I try to maximize efficiency. You know, and a lot of people will be like, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was hard for me to take a monitor completely off of the setup and just set it to the side and put it in storage. But at the end of the day, as far as content creation, just makes it so much easier. I have more space. I already have a spot here off to the side that has my sound mixer, which it is gonna sound stupid. It doesn't suck, but it sucks that space wise it's there because it does preclude my, you know, from literally me reaching back there if I need to. So I just don't store anything there, but still, you guys know where I'm coming from. Like it's not always, you know, the more stuff you have, the more problems you have, right? There is definitely something to be said for simplistic setups, and thank you God that there is a tank right here, because I was actually hoping that there was going to be a tank and there's a mech, because why wouldn't there be? But yeah. So these guys are they fighting each other as well as me? And it's on fire already. I can't believe it. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oof, I almost bit it, guys. That tank went down fast. And it went down fast. I guess those Bavarian weapons really do hurt tanks a lot more than you would generally think. I'm just really glad whoever's shooting at me with whatever they're shooting with, never mind. I opened my mouth way too soon on that. If you guys are here on Rumble, I know I got 3 viewers. Please, guys, just say hello. You know what? Listen, I don't want anything from you. Even if you don't want to follow, just say hello in the chat. I am dead curious. The only person I had come through here on Rumble was Pills when he came on one day. And he came on just to, he came on to say hello, and we tested the Rumble chat. The Rumble chat was working. And then what ended up happening, I'm taking this mech. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. If I can. I don't know if it's going to let me take it. Can I take the mechs? Okay. There's another mech over there. Can I take that? No, because I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I knew it. I knew it. These guys, this is why, guys, I did not install these DLCs altogether. Because when you were trying to take over even the simplest thing, these mechs would show up. These Bavarian soldiers would show up. My goodness gracious. They did make these, they made it challenging. And I do appreciate that, guys. I'm not by any stretch of the imagination complaining. I just need to find a good, you know what? Do they have SAM sites? This guy, is he going to throw that at me? Is he going to throw? He threw it at me. He threw an entire Connex at me. There's no way. That guy has an attitude problem. I'm leaving. And look, and he destroyed it trying to get to me. I actually wasn't saying to myself, I'm like, how am I oh, I don't have a what you call? That's a mech too. But I don't think we can take these mechs. I don't think I can. Oh, is it parked? It is. Oh, y'all done messed up. Y'all done messed up. Got him. Go team. Oh. And this thing is so... Oh, and there's parked ones too. All right, guys, let's keep that in mind where they are. Let's keep it in mind where they... Oh, because I'm crashing this one. I'm messing up bad. Yeah, guys, if anybody wants to call... Okay, we still got no multi-guest requests. Nobody's in here. Cool. What up, Guardian? What's going on, my man? How you doing? We just in here, you know, waiting for any... Dude, so I forgot to tell you guys that Muslim... I assume he's a Muslim. Stopped by after I invited him to live streams. He of course came. He had an excuse, like always. They always have excuses, right? And I use a y'all like that. I use a fuel tank to add damage to him because. Why is it telling me to eject? I guess it's gonna blow up. I'll go get a fresh one. I get a fresh one. Okay. All right. Ooh, what is that? Is this a guy or a mech? That's a mech. Okay, we got him. Thank God. It was right as I ran out of ammo. So that Muslim dude on TikTok stopped by, or he answered me after me sending him like 20 comments about him lying about the age of Aisha, of all things. And I told him, hey man, he was like, oh, I'll debate you if he said that he was busy with AP exams in school or something like that. And oh yeah, you gonna get it, dog. You gonna get it. I'm throwing a tank at y'all. I'm throwing a tank. I'm gonna do it smart though, right here. Watch this. Ah! Did I not throw it right? Hold on. To throw with the grip. I threw a tank, guys. It didn't do what I wanted to do, but still. Okay, cool. Mech charging station? Yes. I will make sure that they are not charging any mechs. Eject, eject, eject. As I lose mine from rolling over explosives. They should take my mech license away. Yeah, he said that he was taking AP exams and that he didn't answer me because he was taking AP exams, I'm sure. And then he was like, yeah, I'll debate you this week. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I won't hold my breath. And he may stop by. But yeah, I'm not, like I said, guys, I'm not holding my breath. Auto cannon? What's wrong with my cannon? They busted up my cannon, guys. Alright, I guess it's tank time because they busted up my cannon. There's no way this is a tank that I threw, is it? There's no way. Yeah, it probably is. It just landed right... Oh yeah, because it's dead. It's dead. Okay. So he says he's coming through because he had AP exams. I'm like, you know what's crazy? You weren't worried about that when you were commenting. I'll never understand that when people say, yeah, this and that, and I don't have time. There was one guy, I think that guy Turtle, the one who used to come in here. He came in here a couple times, and he was like, oh, I'm too busy. I can't call in right now. Bro, you've been in here commenting for 2 hours. You talking about you're too busy. That is so ludicrous to me when people say stuff like that. Like, what? What do you mean you're busy? You're in here right now, talking nonstop and lying. So yeah, so this guy, anyways, for those of you who don't know, said that Aisha was actually not 6 years old and 9 at the time that Muhammad consummated the marriage with her, right? And then told a lie about the way that the age was calculated and said that they started counting age after they became teenagers, which makes absolutely no sense. And that's actually a modern day myth. And then made the insinuation that Jewish people actually aged people the same way, which again, huge lie. So I honestly, I'm praying to God. It would be on TikTok because that's where he contacted me. I doubt it. He says, I told him, well, you know what? I'll be lying tomorrow. Who's like, I said the weekend. That's not the weekend. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that after you're done with work or school on Friday, you don't consider it a weekend, because I do. And, again, but consider who is talking and, what they've said before. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I don't really hold a lot of credibility to what this guy says anyway. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm just letting you know that it's possible. I don't think he'll come today. He says supposedly he's not done till 4 in school. So we'll see. We'll see if he has the intestinal fortitude to show up. You know what I mean? I don't think that he will. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times before. I'm just not when I'm talking to atheists or Muslims. But yeah, when people say, yeah, they use the different calendar or they use the different style of dating, it's like, dude, your top scholars in Islam have admitted this, right? Some people even outright refuse to talk about it because of how shameful it is. Some of them know that it's true, and therefore they try to project that onto the Bible until we actually read passages that show them that what they're saying is completely wrong and completely false, which is funny to me. But the fact of the matter is that the people who defend Islam the most outright admit this all the time. They admit the age of Aisha, and they don't ever try to sit there and talk about some the way that they dated. He literally said, they didn't start counting age until they were teenagers. Like, what? Basically making the insinuation that Aisha's age didn't, like, when she's 12 or 13 years old, that she's really one. Like, okay. I know what you're trying to do, but it's just sad. And the fact of the matter is that you're sitting here and making this insinuation when even Muslim scholars who have been doing it for decades don't try to make those insinuations. It's pretty sad, man. The stuff that people will do in order to, what is up, lazy mama bear? The stuff that people will do in order to justify the things of Islam it's sad. It's sad. But you know what? They have to, right? We can't say that they're just able to ignore it. They can't. This thing just literally rolled on me. They can't. They have to at least try to defend it. Now, whether the arguments are good or not, obviously not. But they still will try. But that one, the outright lie, I can't wait for him to come in here if he does. And you guys, it won't matter if he calls on YouTube Live, YouTube Shorts Live, if he calls from TikTok. It won't matter if he calls. It won't matter if he calls from Rumble, wherever, man. And hello to anybody who may be watching on Rumble as well, or Trovo. I'm sorry, guys, on Trovo, and they're able to call on Trovo too. They got the links. Okay, so we got this one. It looks like, guys. Ooh, Weapons Depot liberated. All right. Mech Arena Nibiosu new challenge unlocked. Nice. 3 out of 5 settlements. Okay. Because we still got a lot to do. It looks like we have. There's got to be something here. I'll take the mech too, because it's actually a pretty fast vehicle, unless we run across a body of water, and then I'll be stuck. But we'll see. Hold mouse 2 to attract with the grip. Right. Drop the grip. Bye. Not interested in messing with you. Interestingly, when you're in this vehicle, you don't get the arrows on the road. Which is fine. I'll go all terrain if I need to, but my goodness. This thing is fast. Okay, I'm gonna have to go. Oh. That is sick. That is sick. Muhammad, what did you say about Muhammad? I said that Muhammad is a false prophet and that he is not a man of God or a messenger of God. That's what I said about Muhammad. I didn't stutter, and you're welcome to call in the show if you disagree, and we can talk about it theologically and historically. But I will warn you, I am ferocious when it comes to people who come in here lying and trying to make the insinuation that Jesus is not God. And I do not sugarcoat anything, Muhammad. So feel free to call in. If anybody wants to call into the show, I said about Muhammad that he is a false prophet. He is not a messenger of God. He actually never had contact with God. He was a warmonger. He was a womanizer, but he is not a messenger of God. And it was not Gabriel who revealed himself to him, but it was Lucifer. And I know the truth hurts, man, but at the end of the day, I'm not here to sugarcoat things for people. Oh, I got to go all the way around. Okay, so yeah, I'm on the right road. I just got to keep going. It curves around a mountain. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not going to sugarcoat. Anybody in here will tell you, anybody else in the chat will tell you that Muhammad is a false prophet, right? Anybody else who has been here knows that how I feel about Muhammad. And as much as I respect my brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam, I will guarantee and tell you that no matter what, at the end of the day, guess what? Muhammad ain't, he ain't it, bro. Muhammad ain't it. And on top of that, the fact that people will sit there and try to defend the fact that he consummated a marriage with a 9-year-old girl, married a 6-year-old girl, and say, oh, but he didn't consummate until she was 9. I mean, the excuse making behind that is pathetic. It's almost like, I know how atheists feel, but the difference is though when Christians actually explain something in the Bible and it's actually in context, or even worse for atheists and Muslims in its socio-historical context or archaeological historical context. I know that you guys don't like it. The difference is we actually have history and archaeology on our side, as opposed to, you know, anything and everything in the Nation of Islam. And especially atheism, right? At least Islam got the kind of the right idea, or they think they do, for the right reasons. Atheists just want to continue to live in their sin. That's what that's about, you know? That's what that's about. And I get it. I get it. At the end of the day, you know, nobody wants to admit that that's what they're doing. But again, I'm not here to sugarcoat it for anybody. Not for atheists, not for Islam, not for anybody. So it looks like there's, oh, here we go. Okay, there might be something here. There may be something here. They're giving me arrows now. But I thought I liberated this. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. So let's go here to this airfield, guys. It looks like it runs right under this little compound, and it should go on to the other side. Yeah, right over the water. Defend the child, mister. What are you playing? I'm playing Just Cause 3, brother. What up, Sketch? Shalom, shalom, Sketch. Call in, star bully. Yeah, call in. That's the thing. They say what they say, but then they'll leave real quick, or they won't. They'll never call in, and I'll never understand that. Why don't you guys call in? What? And actually, he was actually older than 51, and I was researching it extensively, and he was much older than 51. He was 53 at minimum when he got married, which would make him at least 56 when he consummated the marriage, which is beyond disgusting. But yeah. What do they have in common in playing with? Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Is, you know who's the #1 person who actually talked about being that age and being that young was Aisha herself. You know, that's the funny thing about it, is that she was the one who admitted in the Quran and verified through many of the hadiths that she was only 6 years old. So I don't get it. And especially for someone who is in college to try to come at me and say, oh, well, they calculated the age differently and I'll debunk your lies. Bro, come through. Yeah, it does get worse. It does get worse, bullying. But that's my thing, is that I have no qualms with destroying the lies where they stand, right? And I don't mean like the way that atheists think they do and they're actually lying about it. I mean like actual lies, right? That's the thing about it. Ooh, there's attack choppers. I got any number of things I can use. The thing is, guys, I don't even know if this is something I gotta... But when we leave... Yes, okay, this is something. This is something. But there may be SAM sites here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stay in the mech. And then I'll come back for an attack chopper. Yeah, she does. So people know. You know, people know, and Muslims know. You know, it's just something that... The problem, you know, and here's another thing too. You have Muslims now who are literally trying to make the insinuation that people are leaving Islam because they were never really Muslims to begin with, and so they're getting kicked out. That's not the case at all. People are leaving Islam because more than ever, more Muslims have access to the internet. And that's what it is. Why do you think so many people are converting to Christianity? Why do you guys think so many atheists are converting to Christianity? Because never before in a time like we do now do we have access to the historical documents. Do we have access to the paleontology, to the archaeology, right? We have access to things that we never had access to before. Before, Christianity was already ruling the majority of people, and that was before we had access to the information that we do now. Now it's crazy because if you look at the Pew Research study, which is funny to me that so many people will try to say that atheism is growing faster than anything, but that's a complete farce and a complete lie, because the Pew Research Center actually predicts that by the year 2050, atheism is going to be a sputtering mess, and China, of all places, will have over 100 million Bible-believing, Christ-loving Christians, which will actually be more than the Western world. And there's just so many other reasons that they cite. And again, in the Pew Research Center, which has never been known for its for how much it loves Christians. They don't like anything related to Jesus Christ. They always try to make it seem like, secularism is the way to go. Retract Sellers. Force pulls. So yeah, guys. So that's something that we just have to keep in mind, that there's a lot of information out there, and there are a lot of people that are hoping that you're not going to look at the information that contradicts their narrative, right? It was just like I think I've had so many people commenting on that video that I made about Justin from the Deconstruction Zone, and through the glory of God, I honestly thought about not doing that video, guys, and not because of anything else, but the fact that I left it in God's hands. I was like, I don't want it to be a thing where it's like, it looks like I hate this guy or like I'm jealous or anything like that. I want it to be a thing where, this guy's going to get exposed because he deserves to get exposed for being a liar, right? And that's all the Deconstruction Zone is. He's a huge liar. He's one of those people that's really good at making it seem like only he knows what real information is, right? Can we not? I don't understand. Why do we have a helicopter there that we cannot fly? Let's see if I can get it outside. If I can get it outside and it can fly, that would make sense. But I don't know. Don't. Okay. Watch me not even be able to fly it. After all that. Oh, I see something back there. And if I can't fly it, I'll just get back in the mech. Okay. Can we fly you now or no? No. So this thing is just decoration. Get out of my face. Out of my face, man. I don't get it, because it's not like there's not enough clearance in here to fly this thing. So I would assume that we can't fly these either. No, of course not. All right, whatever. Get back in the mech. Hey, the thing is, its forward speed was kind of slow. Or not. Or maybe... Okay, so I saw some stuff that I missed back there. Hopefully that is what we need. Islam is shrinking. Yeah, there are people who say that it's growing in the Western world, but again, that is not what the actual data says about Islam. And no, that didn't do anything. And atheism is very bad for Islam and atheism, right? And at the end of the day, I assume I think you guys were here the other day when I asked that question, and I kept asking that question: why are we getting so many? Why are we getting so many Christians who are willing to call in, even if they're not really prepared to debate or anything like that, but they just really feel the calling to defend the faith to atheists, right? And atheism is such a joke to me, but they call in regardless, right? But it is so much more difficult to get a Muslim or an atheist to call into a show, right? Because it's not like they don't see it. It's not like they don't see the link. But at the end of the day, they just make excuses, right? And especially for atheism, guys, that doesn't surprise me, because I mean what I say wholeheartedly when I say that atheism is for petulant children. It is petulance. That's it. That's all it is. So I've destroyed everything I can think to destroy here, guys, and I don't know what else I can do here. Oh, wait a second. Is there... Nope, there's no water stuff. I mean, I guess I can try here. I'm gonna get out of this mech, though, because this thing is painfully slow. 1.3 kilometers around winding roads, no thanks. And we'll just fly around, guys, while we're having a good time and talking. But, yeah, guys, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. And I know, listen, I know that this is a small show. I know that it's not, you know, the most amount of viewers out there. I get it. And I do understand also that I'm going to have whatever it is that God feels that I should have. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Like, I get it. There was a time on this show where we had a minimum 80 to 120 viewers, you know, regularly, and that's how it was. And I stopped streaming, and God, you know, and it is what it is. But, you know, when it comes down to it, we got to take out this drone first because they're the most dangerous. When it comes down to it, guys, where it looks like numbers are climbing, and not that I'm doing it for numbers, but the more numbers we get, the more seeds we can plant. And that's what I'm here for. At the end, guys, that's all I'm here for, is to plant the seeds and to show people that the truth is not Islam. You know what I mean? The truth is definitely not atheism, right? It's not. We have to be honest about what, you know, especially when people say, you know, I love when people come in. I think the most common comment that I get is, there is zero tangible, verifiable evidence that any deity exists. And it's like, dude, first of all, stop copying and pasting from Reddit already and have an original thought, because that's obviously not going to happen. But at the end of the day, if you can look at how many times scientists are wrong, right? If you can look at the Big Bang Theory, how many times even scientists, again, have acknowledged that the Big Bang Theory needed a big banger, right? Who banged the Big Bang, right? At the end of the day, you look at fine tuning. You look at the fact that the more we look at evolution, the more false we find it. You look at, the more you question things, the more you start seeing that things are not as old as you think they are. Things are not as old as people say that they are, right? That the things that they draw in biology books and anatomy books are complete fiction. They're fiction. Like these things that people are calling, you know, transitionary species are illustrations. Stuff that's not even ever actually been found. They just want you to believe it because Charles Darwin's theory is as far removed from, you know, Jesus Christ as it can be. And that's what it comes down to. And that's what they want. That's what they want. They don't want you questioning evolution. That's why they try to shun you from questioning evolution by laughing when you say, oh, I don't think it's true or whatever. You listen, you can laugh all you want. You believe that you used to be a monkey. You believe that there used to be you used to be a single-celled organism. To say nothing of the fact that you believe in transitionary species, but there's no two-celled organisms. There's no three-celled or five-celled organisms, right? Oh, but you don't understand how evolution works. That's another famous thing that I get when I talk about evolution. Okay, evolution is false. Well, you don't know how it works. And then they go on to never explain how it actually works or how I'm wrong. They just tell me I don't understand it. I don't understand it, but you didn't explain it. It makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, you can't be afraid to question these people because they're liars. And I'm not afraid to, because the devil's a liar. The father of these people is the devil because he's the father of lies, right? It's very simple stuff. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it, nor will I ever be afraid to say it, because there's no atheist or Muslim out there that could ever make me afraid of anything. Period. Period, point blank. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna cry about it? You're gonna laugh? Oh, laugh. I'm the one laughing, not you. You know, Christianity is the one that has history on our side. Okay? We're the ones that have archaeology on our side for the Bible. The events of, don't even make me laugh about the events of the Quran. Don't even make me laugh. Are we getting stutters, or is that just my... I don't know. We'll see. Okay, because it looks smooth. You know, don't even get me started on any of that stuff. So, okay, so we still have... It looks like... What's over here? What is over here that they want me to destroy? Because I don't see it. Looks like an ammo chest or something like that, but I don't see anything. I don't, unless it's in this little warehouse. But can't go inside the buildings in this game, not as far as I know. Yeah. Okay. Is it this? Open the armory? All right, we'll open the armory. That makes you happy. Hold R for the warden. Where's the warden at? The warden right here. This guy didn't even go down with a grenade. You saw that? I had to put a couple rounds in him more. These guys, these breakdancers annoy me so bad. Okay. Where's the other? I guess it's on maybe this side. Maybe blended and I can't see it. 100 meters away in these little buildings. Oof! Man, my face almost took it. All right, let's open this. And then let's open this. And it looks like there's more of them. Where? I don't know. Behind me? Okay, right here. We'll open this one. And then it looks like there's one more. We'll open that one. All right, there's one more armory. Where? I don't know. It's got to be close to me. The thing is, this place is so small, you can't zoom in anymore. So I don't... Oh, there it is. Okay. I was going to say, I don't know where it's at. Okay, I'm going to catch up on comments right quick. So those are not... That's not evolution, Mac dude. That's not evolution. Those are changes in kind, but it's not evolution, right? It's like that. That's the same as saying that... For example, that's the same as saying that Hispanic people... or Asian people or black people are different species because they have a different skin color. No, you have different traits. You have different genetic traits. You may be taller. You may be shorter. You may be stockier. You may be muscular. You may be extremely skinny. You may be heavyset. You may have blue eyes. You might have green eyes. None of that makes you not human, right? So different dogs don't make it evolution. Right? So that's what it is. Where did you get the stats from Decline of Atheism? I ship a key from Pew Research Center, and I can give you a lot of other sources if you like. But I actually read that. I read that refutation. Hold the fort. Okay. That doesn't sound good. I wonder if I can... Do I have any rebel drops? I know I'm short on beacons. I might not. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's see. No, not a mech. I don't want a mech. I want drone. I'll go throw it back there so it doesn't get interfered with. Grenade. Okay, it didn't do anything. Let's throw it closer. There we are. Go to work, bro. Go to work. There's no way you crashed. Oh, he's fighting something? Okay, I was going to say. There's no way I got this thing and it crashed. And it's almost dead. They killed it. It crashes into everything. It literally crashes into everything. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. Did you guys see that? Where is that coming from? Oh, this guy. Oh, he didn't die. Okay. Weird. Take him out. Man, I'm getting shot at from everywhere. Where's that coming? Oh, parachutes, huh? Cute. All right. Okay, and this guy takes 76,000 bullets. Oh my goodness. I'm running out of ammo big time, man. I need ammo animations. Oh, thank God. They knew I was going to need it. These guys landed on the roof. Oh, if they're coming with a helicopter? Sounds like they're coming with a helicopter. So do you think evolution isn't real in any sense? To me, it doesn't matter. Jesus still died. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That has, I 100% agree with you that it doesn't matter in any meaningful sense, for sure. And again, very well said. But that's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is that regardless, the fact of the matter is that they try to use this argument, right? They constantly try to use this argument. You know what? I'm gonna have to let me see something. Follow the no. Member widget background. Follow the SM. Let's go ahead and because these I have too many, which I'm gonna have to put them all in like one shot, guys. I'm definitely gonna be working on all that. It doesn't matter in any meaningful sense. I couldn't agree with you more. The reason I go out of my way to debunk it as hard as I do, brother, is because they think that it means at the end of the day that their actions are excusable, right? That nothing that they do matters, because when it comes down to it, there is no God. That's why I hate the theory of evolution as I do. It isn't because it's some threat to me intellectually, because to be honest with you, the theory of evolution takes very little intellect, right? It takes more faith, to be honest, than any amount of Christianity. And the reason I say that is because regardless, think about the statistical improbability of things like the Big Bang, right? Of order coming from non-order, of life coming from non-life. These are all things that atheists have literal blind faith in. Every single one of those things they have blind faith in. All of it, right? And then when anybody questions it, they look at you like you're the stupid one, right? They look at you like, well, wait a second. We literally have had mathematicians, statisticians come up and show what the improbability is of a Big Bang happening, and then life, which never existed in the Big Bang, now all of a sudden coming out, regardless of how many billions and billions of years you give it. The amount of it's like this. Look at how improbable it is when you say, I'm going to go ahead and throw this jigsaw puzzle up in the air, and I'm going to keep throwing it up in the air until it lands perfectly assembled. How many lifetimes is that going to take? It's going to take an infinite amount of lifetimes, because it's never going to happen, right? So how much less probable is it that the universe could assemble itself the way that it did? And I don't give a damn how much you talk about chemicals and the process of just the basic laws of thermodynamics in and of themselves negate life coming out of the Big Bang Theory, and it's whether it was the original process, whether it came later on. It's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. To me, it's just all smoke and mirrors for people to say there is no God. That's all it is. That's all it is, and that's all it comes down to. So here's the thing, guys. I don't know what else we got to do here. I have gone through everything, unless it's up here by the mission. I'm going to try up there by the mission. I forgot I could handbrake. How do I boost? Wait, how do I boost? I forgot I could boost in this thing. PC controls, wingsuit. Boost is Z. Z. Which one is Z? Which one is Z? What did I... Hold on a second. I don't even know what button it is. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. I don't remember what button on my mouse I had bound it to, guys. I was like, what is Z? Because it does sound like it shows it. You just kind of, you have to remember, especially with Logitech Geo. I cannot give enough credit to Logitech for the way that they have created and written their software, and the way that it interacts with their hardware, and the way that you can bind keys to almost any device that they have, even headsets. They have buttons that I don't know why the hell you would want to do that. Oh, I see it. But, you know, you can do it if you want to. The unfortunate thing behind it is that, like, if I'm pushing right on my mouse wheel and that's Z, I don't, you know what I mean? You have to remember that. Like, it is what it is. Be a big boy. If you can bind it, you can. Okay. They're not going to make this easy, are they? They are not going to make this easy. My goodness. They want me gone. Okay. But yeah, I don't believe in evolution of any sense, because the world is full of liars, right? The world is full of liars, and they have sat there and told our kids and tried to brainwash our kids for decades and tell them that we used to be monkeys, right? There is absolutely no evidence, and that's why I showed that video the other day. And if you guys want me to show the video again, that actually exposes evolutionists and the way that they work, to say nothing of the descent list, right? Like, you had that one fool the other day who came on here saying, well, what percentage of scientists are on the descent list? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's less than 1%. The fact of the matter is you have 1,200 people who are looking at evidence and having the balls to say this is complete nonsense, right? But the fact that you want to sit there and pretend like that doesn't matter, right? And appealing to authority of numbers, right? Appealing to majorityism. Yeah, I don't tolerate that garbage. You can get out of my face with that. I don't tolerate that. Especially not on my stream. And I'm sorry, guys. I know that a lot of times I seem intolerant, but it's because I am. I'm intolerant to lies, right? I'm intolerant to lies, and I'm intolerant to liars. I hate it. I hate when people come in thinking, "Oh, I don't have any beacons." Of course not. That they're gonna tell the lies that they normally tell in their little Reddit posts, and that I'm just gonna be okay with it. I'm not. I'm not. Sorry. It is what it is. You know. And I don't owe you. I don't owe you. I don't owe you a lie, right? I'm not here to soothe anybody's feelings. I've said that a million times. Not of atheists, not of Muslim, not of anybody, right? So, I'm sorry. That's just not me, guys. It's not. I think I remember this from many months ago when I started streaming the first time, and I foolishly installed all the DLC at one time, right? Yeah, you know what? Shipoki, I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, from Pew 20. It's, let me see. I think so. That study started taking place in 2015, and it was projections through 2050. So let's go ahead and find it. I actually have it in my debate briefs, so I'm going to show you guys. Just in the last couple weeks alone, I have compiled many debate briefs. Where's my folder? Nope, that's themes, debate briefs. Okay. So here, I will show you guys, because a lot of people say, "Oh, what are you reading from?" This is what I'm reading from. The stuff that I compile to just go ahead and slam any lies told by anybody. So where is it? Atheism is dying right here. I'll read it with you guys. The Father and the Hammer. Hey, brother, watching and smashing like that. Love the passion. Oh, thank you so much, Fire. I appreciate it, man. God bless you. Love you. Appreciate you, brother. And you are always welcome here. Thank you so much for being part of the family and supporting the ministry, bro. Appreciate you. All right. So here we go. The one is atheism is dying, and we will go through this because Shipoki is asking great questions. So right here, atheism is declining globally. The source is the Pew Research Center. The future of world religions. Population growth projections 2015 through 2050. By 2050, atheists, agnostics, and other non-religious people will make up a declining share of the world's population. Due to lower birth rates and lack of generational transmission, secularism is shrinking. For example, Christians are projected to grow from 2.2 to almost 3 billion people. Now, mind you guys, there's only 8 to 9 billion people, so you're talking about a third of the world's population or more. Unaffiliated people are expected to drop from 16 to 13%. Now, remember, guys, that's 3%, but that's 3% of the global population, which is many people, many millions of people, right? Atheism is not expanding. It's a demographic dead end, and here's why. Most atheists come from wealthy, dying nations, right? And the source on that is Stephen Boulevant, who wrote Non-Verts, right? The Making of Ex-Christian America, and he is a professor at Oxford, and he wrote this publication in 2022. Dr. Boulevant, who is a professor of theology and sociology, shows how secularization is a product of cultural comfort, and it collapses under pressure, right? In places like China, Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East, belief in God is on fire, while Europe and secular America are seeing spiritual burnout and revival cycles. So what that means, guys, is that in Latin America, Africa, China, and the Middle East, relationships with Jesus Christ are starting by God knows how many every single day, while over here in the Western world, where people started embracing the woke garbage, it's causing a burnout, right? And that's why these revival cycles, which I would argue that this last election shows how much of a revival cycle there is starting up again in the Western world. When people face hardship, atheism doesn't satisfy, and that's Stephen Boulevant. The third bullet point from Pew is that massive Christian growth in formerly atheist nations is also a thing, right? So, for example, China. Communist China tried to destroy Christianity, much like the ancient Greco-Roman Empire, and look how that turned out. And now it's exploding. In 1979, there was 1 million Christians in China. Today, there are over 100 million and projected to surpass the US in believers by the year 2030. The source is the Center for the Study of Global Christianity and Gordon Conwell, right? Hang on, let me put do not disturb on here. Sorry about that. Yeah, did it turn on? Okay, cool. Yeah. What? Hang on a second, guys. My daughter is texting me. They know I'm live and they insist on Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. So the source of that is a Center for Study of Global Christianity by the Gordon Conwell Seminary. So Christianity is outgrowing atheistic regimes, but why? Because truth survives persecution and lies, which is all atheism is, does not. Atheism lacks meaning and people know it. What is the source on that? Dr. Clay Rutledge, who is an existential psychologist, whatever that it means. It sounds like it takes a lot of years of school to get that title. I can tell you that. He says atheists report lower meaning in life and less psychological well-being than religious believers. Published in Socio-Psychological and Personality Science in 2015. And before I read more, guys, I want to actually tap on that because we were speaking about the deconstruction zone earlier, right? Justin, whatever his name is. And when he was on Tim Pool's show, he got absolutely humiliated because they were talking about something like this, where people were saying that he was saying that people are happier in atheist nations, or people are happier in nations that have shunned Christianity. But then Inspiring Philosophy and Tim Pool both piled onto him and exposed the fact that he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about because he doesn't even know how these studies are done. And then Inspiring Philosophy started going nation by nation, showing how people can be asked if they're happy, but almost never will you get an actual accurate result. And then Tim Pool pretty much just outright called this guy stupid because he does. He talks a lot and he thinks that because he's a pompous jackass that what he says is absolute fact, and it's absolutely not. So people are walking away from atheism because it offers no moral grounding, no eternal purpose, and no hope beyond death. But the collapse of the new atheist movement is one thing that is very interesting to me, guys. So do you guys remember a couple, I would say about 10, 20 years ago, Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, Christopher Hitchens, and Daniel Dennett? They called it the Four Horsemen movement. Well, it's completely dead. They have gotten slammed by countless Christians in debates, right? Especially Christopher Hitchens. Christopher Hitchens was very good at making it seem like he was smarter than people he was speaking to. But at the end of the day, he was just really good at dodging questions and insulting his opponents, but he never really was able to address anything of God. Even atheist philosopher Dr. John Gray, author of 7 Types of Atheism, called the New Atheism a shallow juvenile reaction to religion. People got tired of smug materialism and realized that science can describe how something works, but it cannot tell you why it matters. Which brings me to the next point. Atheism cannot sustain culture, family, or civilization. Dr. Rodney Stark, who wrote The Triumph of Faith, stated, religious people have more children, stronger marriages, and longer lasting cultures. Secular societies die out. Again, surprise, surprise. So why is atheism dying? Because it cannot build, it cannot heal, and it cannot sustain a single generation without collapsing into moral relativism or nihilism. So here's the bottom line, and this is mostly for Shipoki, but anybody here who wants to know about why atheism is going the way that it is. Atheism is not growing, it is shrinking. It fails demographically, philosophically, psychologically, and of course, spiritually. Christianity is rising in places that tried to bury it. People aren't just turning from atheism because it's false, they're turning because it's empty. So when somebody says atheism is the future, I will hit you guys with, if atheism is the future, it's got no kids, no joy, no purpose, and no survival rate. God's not dead. Atheism died a long time ago. So that's just one of my debate briefs that I love going to the most, guys. It is absolute favorite of mine. Ever read I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist? No, but I know Frank Turek wrote it, and I know that atheists hate it. That's where I got my idea of evolution, micro versus macro. Yeah, so microevolution, here, and I can bring that up too. Is my camera tracking? No, it's just on the one. Okay, here, let's go to tracking. I hate, you know, for some reason, every time I go live, Okay, it's tracking now. I was like, maybe it was tracking. I just didn't know. So let me turn this fan on, guys. Give me a second. The central air is on, but I have the door closed because I didn't want any disruptions in the background because my father-in-law is staying with the kids. My wife is out on a field trip with my kids. So the microevolution, real science, right? Definitionally, microevolution means small changes within a species over time, like variation in dog breeds, beak sizes or in finches, or color adaptations in moths. And that's the most important and most interesting part, because the beak shape, right? I want to make sure that I'm saying this properly, right? The beak shape is what basically evolution was based off of. And that to me is hilarious, because when you say that beak shape means that the evolution is true, it's absolute nonsense. It just goes to show how desperate society was to just pull away from God, right? Well, here's my debate brief on that, right? And where is it? Micro versus macro, right here, guys. Okay, if it's cut off on the here for the, there it is, right there. I'll show you guys on the vertical as well, right? So when you come here, definitionally, small changes within a species over time, like variation in dog breeds, beak sizes in finches, or color adaptation in moths. That's what microevolution is. So for example, a population of birds grows longer beaks in one region because it's easier to get food that way, right? The fruit fly develops resistance to certain chemicals after thousands of generations of fruit flies, still ends up being just a fruit fly genetically, right? So the reality check behind that is that microevolution is observable, testable, and repeatable. It's basic genetics and adaptation. Nobody denies this, right? It is the reshuffling or loss of existing genetic information, but it does not create new kinds. And that is what the entire basis of evolution is, that eventually these genetic changes will create a new kind. Well, guess what? It will not create a new kind. It never will create a new kind because it never has. Now, that brings me on to the next point. What is up, Brother Mike? Macroevolution, which is fiction dressed in a lab coat. The definition of macroevolution is large-scale changes from one kind of organism to another, like reptile to bird or ape to human, over millions of years. But they claim that if small changes, micro, happen over enough time, they'll add up to big changes, right? But here's the problem. There's zero empirical evidence behind that. There is not one confirmed, observable example of one kind becoming another. Dogs stay dogs regardless of genetic changes. Apes stay apes regardless of genetic changes. And the fossil record is full of gaps, guesswork, and artistic renderings, and not real transitions. And this right here, guys, is what we all learned about in school. This is what we all looked at in books. Artistic renderings based on evidence that's not even remotely tangible because it doesn't exist. It's just people saying, this is what it would look like. This is what we think the transitionary species between this and human beings would be. What would it look like? And then they draw it. Oh, that's what it used to be. And people lie to themselves and say that those fossils for that image exist, and they don't, right? So they're not real transitions. And the genetic boundaries are real. Breeders have pushed dogs to their limits, Chihuahuas to Great Danes, and guess what? They're still just dogs. You can get variety within the kind, but you will hit a wall no matter how many generations. They don't jump species, period. You can say it all you want, it doesn't make it true. And information doesn't just disappear. Mutations lose information. Evolution needs new, organized, functional genetic information to build new features. That doesn't happen by chance. It's like saying typos in a recipe eventually make a gourmet cookbook, which is literally all evolution is. Okay, that's all it is. It's saying that eventually enough genetic mutations will add up to create a new kind, and it's never happened. But the fossils don't help their case. Even Stephen Jay Gould, who is a Harvard paleontologist and an atheist, by the way, admitted, and quote, "The extreme rarity of transitional forms in the fossil record persists as the trade secret of paleontology," end quote. And that is from the publication called The Panda's Thumb, written in 1980. No lab has ever replicated macroevolution. Science is about repeatable testing. Not one lab has ever shown a fish becoming a land animal or bacteria becoming anything other than bacteria. That's not science, it's speculative philosophy in a white coat. So here's the bottom line. Microevolution is real, absolutely. It's just adaptation within limits. Macroevolution is a myth, it's an assumption, and it is not an observation. No one has ever observed it. Using micro to prove macro is like saying small spelling errors in a sentence will eventually write Shakespeare. It's ridiculous. And if you guys want names to verify any of the things that I said, we have Dr. Michael Behe, who is a Lehigh University biochemist and wrote Darwin's Black Box, which demolishes the idea that random mutation can build complex systems. We actually also have Dr. John Sanford, who is a geneticist and a former Cornell professor who wrote Genetic Entropy, which shows how mutations actually destroy information over time and do not build it. We also have Werner Gitt, who is an information scientist and argues that information always comes from intelligence and never from randomness. And what intelligence would that be, guys? That would obviously be God, no matter how much atheists or anyone else for that matter do not want to admit it. Catching up on chat. You are very welcome, Shipoki. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No problem. Take care of business. Amen. This is great news. Thank you. You're very, very, very welcome. Thank you so much, guys. Brother Mike Yetner. Hello, Brother Maverick. Hello, Brother Mike. Always welcome here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Shipoki says, Brother Sir Ship. LOL. Yeah, for sure. All right. Brother Ship. So you agree with me, Mac Dude? Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's nothing about microevolution that even remotely contradicts God. It is macroevolution that is where I draw the line, because it's a complete lie. I'm trying to take notes. Sorry for the bad time. Yeah, just dude, rewind the stream, or if you guys want me here, you know what? Here, I'm gonna show you guys. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to open a Discord right here with you guys present. As it Discord updates like 76,000 times a day. I swear, I don't think any app I've ever dealt with updates more, and I appreciate that. But my goodness gracious, Discord. Okay, so right here in chat general, guys, this is gonna be my way for you guys to go ahead and join the Discord. All right. So nobody's been here. I've been unsubscribed. Disciple of Christ says he's been unsubscribed. You know what? That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. I have heard before of people being unsubscribed to the channel. Just resubscribe, guys. If anybody here comes to my channel and finds that you are unsubscribed, just resubscribe. I am not the only YouTuber that has happened to, so I'm not going to sit here going on these conspiracy theories. That happens. It is what it is. Sometimes YouTube unsubs you. I have seen channels where it unsubs me from them. So here, guys, this is what I'm going to do. So just go ahead and resubscribe, Disciple. I didn't even see this till right now. So I'm going to open my debate briefs. All right. And micro versus macro, I'm going to go ahead and drop that in here. All right. I'm dropping that in here. I've uploaded it to Discord and it is processed. There we go, guys. So right there, if you guys join the Discord, I will show you guys how to join the Discord shortly if you don't know how to. I dropped that document, and if you open it, you're going to see, there it is. It's going to show that whole thing, right? Now, here's the thing about that. In order to get to the Discord, I'm going to go ahead and get out of it now. I'm going to get out of this. Let's open... Where is... Here we go. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. Okay, so we're going to open... Hold on. First of all, let's bring up my... All right, let's bring up that. And then I'm going to open up YouTube just because I'm going to go to my own channel and show you guys, like, if you guys were... Okay, so here's the channel, right? And this is what you guys are looking at, like, if you're here, right? Let's close out the video I was watching earlier. Hey, then that's my stream. Oh, we'll look at that in a second. I get sidetracked. So right here, guys, if you're looking at my channel, here's the about section of my channel. 5 more links. Here's the Discord, guys. Okay. So here's my merch store. Here's Discord. Here's Buy Me a Coffee. Here's Instagram, TikTok, and my X, right? Please subscribe to all my social media. Follow me on all social media. Oh, nice. We hit 40 million views. I didn't even know that. Thank you, Jesus. All right. So right here, click the Discord, guys. You can do it from within the stream too. I have it in the description. Continue to Discord. And as you guys get into the Discord, you sign in. And then once you sign in, you go right there to chat general, and then it'll go from there. So I'm not going to sign in because I'm not going to dox myself. But yeah. So that's how you do it, guys. If you want that doc, I've uploaded it to the Discord for you guys. I appreciate it. And it looks like, oh, okay. Last, a little on the low end, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to have to see about these upload times, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and close Discord. So I have uploaded it into the chat general thread, guys, and there is micro versus macro evolution. I dropped the doc right in there if you are interested. Butterflies don't reproduce. Butterflies, they reproduce caterpillars. Yes. So you are talking about something that is still the same species, right? You're talking about genetic changes. right? A caterpillar is the earlier developmental stage of a butterfly. The same way that a fetus is the earlier, a zygote is the earlier developmental stage of a human being. You're not saying anything. Salmon, same for frogs. What's your point? Same for... Yeah, no worries. I have never seen a monkey giving birth to a human. Absolutely, because it's impossible. I am a creationist. Okay. Perfect. I will check that after the show. Absolutely, Shapoki. You are welcome to do so. So yeah, Simon, Simon Raju, if you have any questions directly, go ahead and go into your favorite web browser and type crossunit.live/call, crossunit.live/call, and we can discuss whatever. I don't know if you're disagreeing. It's kind of hard to understand what you're saying. I don't know if you're disagreeing with us or what. This mech is here, man. He is here and he's making my life impossible. Yeah, I don't know if you're okay. He's throwing stuff at me. Let's go up where you can't see me. I wish there was a tank or something. Yeah, if you're disagreeing, whatever, or, you know, on TikTok, nobody has tapped multi-guest, but TikTok doesn't. Mac Dude, subs across unit. God bless you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family, brother. God bless. God bless. Yeah, if you guys are here and you're unsubscribed, understand that YouTubers cannot they cannot unsubscribe people. Like, even if I block somebody, it doesn't mean you're unsubscribed, right? You would be blocked from, for example, making comments in the comment section and whatnot, but you wouldn't be unsubscribed. So, and I don't think that that's what Disciple was making, the insinuation he was making. But when it comes down to it, guys, YouTube is the biggest video library in the world, right? But there's still, it still runs on software. Software will never be perfect, and unfortunately, sometimes people get unsubbed. I have been unsubbed from people's channels that, I think I was unsubbed from Pill's channel at one point. I was like, I know that I didn't unsub from that. Map. Wait. Oh, wait a second. I'm supposed to be up here. So why am I over here? Yeah, I already got this done. Dude, I'm over here fighting and shooting people and wasting ammo? Or is it because I just stopped there? It might have been because I just stopped there. Okay, nice. Nice. That's not annoying at all. Jeez. Oh my, already. Yeah, these guys be on you, man. And that was another reason why when I said I'm not activating the DLC till after the game, that was the reason why, guys. That was the exact reason why. Yeah, if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and go into the Discord and download that document, guys. And if you guys want any of the other debate briefs that are in there, please let me know. I will happily upload them, and they are available for download. It is public knowledge, and I was able to find it. So if I was, oh, there are still things here. There are still. This is where I was. What ended up happening? Did I die? I don't remember. There's one thing. Okay. All right, so let's get out of dodge here. Okay, sphere tank. Where's the other? Yeah, I can't see. I'm gonna have to blind eye it. I haven't got a caller in yet, guys, so it looks like nobody is up for the challenge. I am praying to God. I am praying to God that one kid comes in tomorrow, and tries to give his lie about. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Well, he did it for me. He did it for me. Can we hurry up and say? Yeah, I was gonna say the animation takes a lot longer now to kick in, guys. So that's 1 out of 4 settlements. I'm glad that there's still a little bit to do, because after we're done, I have no idea what we're gonna play. I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know. We're moving from one settlement. Oh, wait, what? So it said liberate. Oh, so I have to liberate all of them before I can do this last mission or whatever. Whatever. Okay. So yeah, I'm hoping that the one Muslim comes in tomorrow. I would assume he's a Muslim, because I wouldn't think that anybody would try that hard to defend such an atrocious act as like what Muhammad did to children. But yeah, you don't know how people are thinking, guys. You know. Okay, so this is a thing here. Yep, this is a thing here. Let's get on top of here. Oh, thank you, God. I could not be happier. I've never been so happy to see enemy armor, because I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. And I know you wish there was something you could do about it. I know you do. I know you wish that, but nah, that ain't. I don't even want to know what happened to these guys that they were already blowing up before I got there, but you're gone too. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate you. Motorcycle versus tank. How did you think that one was going to end? How did you think? How did you think it was going to end? We got somebody calling in the fire and the hammer. I kind of hear him. Yo, fire you. Yo, what up, man? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I like to make a. By the way, I'm a big fan.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I like to make a comment about what you talked about earlier about people believing that the Earth is billions of years old.
Yes.
And the reason they gave that, the reason they say that, they said because if you look at the Earth, if you study the Earth, if you test the soil and all this stuff, you'll see it's extremely old. It's millions of years old. You can tell by the test.
Yes.
Which that has been debunked.
Yes.
Years ago.
Yes.
But I usually tell atheists online when they're coming to my Christian channel to argue with me. I usually tell them, okay, let me ask you a question. If you took Adam to a doctor, and the doctor checked out Adam, how old do you think the doctors would say Adam was when he was first created? The doctors would probably test Adam, check him out, test his blood, test his DNA, and say, yeah, this is a 30-something-year-old man.
Yes.
But in reality, he was only minutes old.
Yes. Amen. Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Yep. And I've heard that argument before. I've heard it posed to atheists. I've not heard an atheist who had a solid rebuttal, right? But here's the thing, though. Even behind that, and I agree with you 100%. People seem to forget that God can make two things true at once. Human beings can't, because our minds can reconcile very little, right? There are very few things that our mind can comprehend that God is capable of, right? But that is one of the things that we do know to be true, that God can make two things true at once. He made Adam, obviously a person who was already in his 20s, 30s, whatever it was. That we know that to be true, right? Because the day that he created him, he was already fully grown, but he was only seconds old at the minute he took his first breath. Having said that, I actually had another atheist who is, congrats to him. He's blowing up on YouTube and TikTok, and he's getting a lot of followers. And of course, guys, because you got to understand, when you see atheists getting famous, remember that these people are telling people what they want to hear. And YouTube and other social media platforms are going to give those people a voice, and they're going to push their channels a lot harder. Why? Because the Messiah said many years ago, he said to our ancestors, remember that the road to destruction is broad and many are on it. The road to my Father's kingdom is small because so few are on it. So there are very few people who are going to want to hear the truth of Jesus Christ, right? And that's what it comes down to. And I'm very honored to have certain people on my show, whether they're atheists or not. Because remember, guys, I asked that very same guy who is growing, and there's a reason why I brought him up. I asked him if carbon dating is such a pillar in dating and how the secular world finds the ages of things. Why is it that carbon dating, already very long time ago, has been exposed for the junk science that it is? Why is it that they pull a woolly mammoth out of the ground and they test the flesh from that woolly mammoth, and the flesh is 15,000 years old and the bones are 27,000 years old? And then you go on and you start testing other things, and you figure out that it isn't because these things are really that old. It is because carbon dating is a complete farce. And that's why when I asked him, explain how it is that you're going to sit there and tell me that the oldest human writings are however many thousands of years old you said, but we can't even count on the very metric that you used to date it. You know what he said? That's human error. It's human error. Okay, so every single time you guys date something, it's human error then? So essentially what you're telling me then is you have no idea how old things really are. You just want them to be millions of years old so that they can negate God. That's all it comes down to. And that's exactly why he sidestepped it and tried to pivot into his little tirade about how Jesus Christ, according to him, fails all messianic prophecy. right? And I didn't even engage. Yeah, that was what he pivoted into. It was yes, that's literal. I wish I was joking, but it's still on my channel. It's there. It's there. He couldn't explain how carbon dating, it gets it wrong every single time. The only thing that he said was, well, it's just human error, but it doesn't mean that it's wrong. What? How is it not wrong if it's error? Error by definition means it's wrong. So
that's right. And you know something else? The carbon dating thing. You're so right. It's a junk science.
Yes.
And they've tested it before when they were testing rocks that they found buried deep in the earth, and they were testing it to prove that the earth is billions or millions of years old. And when they tested the rock, it said 6 million years old.
Yes. Yep.
Then the scientist, one of the other scientists says, okay, do the science again. We want to make sure we have collaboration. And they tested the same rock again.
Yep.
And this time it said 30,000 years
30,000. Right. Yeah. Yep. So it's wrong. Yeah.
So
it's always wrong.
It's wrong.
Yep.
It's not reliable.
No, it's not.
So,
and these are the very same people who pull dinosaur bones out of the ground and say, well, they're 65 million years old. No, they're not. No, they're not, because you don't even know how to date things. You know that anything, according to you guys, according to your metric, anything more than 50,000 years, what is it that you guys say? Oh, well, the radioactive carbon in the atmosphere was different, so that's why it's only accurate to a certain time. So then why are you still sitting there lying and telling people that dinosaurs are 65 million years old when you know fully well that ancient cultures from all over the world, from all corners of our planet, every single one of those cultures, almost all of them, have depictions of human beings walking next to gigantic lizards, not to mention the fact that the word dinosaur wasn't even invented until the year 1846. And so how can any atheist or any evolutionist or anything out there explain? That's what I want to know. How can you guys explain that almost every single ancient culture has depictions of people walking with gigantic lizards that we now know what you guys call as dinosaurs? How do you explain that they knew to draw those things? How do you know that how would they possibly conceive of such a gigantic animal that they'd never seen? How would they conceive of it before a time before paleontology and archaeology existed? Because those fields are very new in human history, right? You didn't have people in ancient cultures. You didn't have Mayans out there. You didn't have the ancient Chinese and the Mongolians. You didn't have people from Siberia. You didn't have the Anglo-Saxons. These people didn't go around digging for things. They had no idea about the animals of the past. So how could they possibly all have depictions of themselves from cultures generations before walking with ancient animals unless they actually walked with those ancient gigantic reptiles?
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So
it's so true, man.
It's crazy, but you know what it is that they get these kids, they get our kids into schools and they lie to them over and over, and this is exactly why they want to teach them as early as they teach them, because they know that if you put it in their brain early enough, that's what they're going to believe, and that's what they're going to want to believe, right? That's what it is. That's
right, because our kids' minds are like sponges.
Yes.
And that's the reason why they want to get them when they're young.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's why sometimes it's hard talking to an atheist, but that's why people ask me, like, why do you even waste time? Right. But I keep telling people, don't forget, these people are our mission field.
Yes. Amen.
They are our mission field.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So anyway, brother, I just want to say you're doing a great job. You probably don't remember me, but I called you last time.
I remember you.
I gave you some encouragement.
Yeah, I remember you.
My name is Edward. So
Edward, your YouTube channel is that's what it's called, right? The Fire and the Hammer?
The Fire and the Hammer podcast.
All right. We're about to check that out, man. As a matter of fact, we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna do that right now. We're gonna check out the Fire and the Hammer, man. Yes, brother Edward, you are welcome here anytime, my brother. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna keep you in mind. Is your email by chance attached to your YouTube channel?
Yeah, okay. But at least if you do want to contact me, I have another one that's my main YouTube.
Okay.
And I don't know if you want me to say it now or put it in the chat.
No, you know what? Put it. I'm gonna give you my email. I'm gonna put my email here. Let me put my email in the chat real quick, for you, so that you can see it and then write it down if you want. Because I'm not worried, because it's the public email that I use anyway. Like if people want to reach out to me, that's attached to my YouTube. So here, let me put it for you. If my live ever decides to, okay, here we go. and you are in Fire and Hammer. You're in the vertical. You're in the vertical stream, right? Are you? Yeah, you're in the vertical. Here, let me look back. Fire and Hammer. I think you're in the vertical stream. Are you in the one that for mobile, or are you in the regular YouTube live?
I'm not sure.
You're okay. You're in the regular. You're on YouTube live. So I have YouTube live and I have YouTube vertical. I go live horizontal and vertical at the same time. We are also live, guys, on Trovo. We're live on Rumble. We're live on TikTok. God bless anybody who is there. So let me open this up real quick. I got to go through like 80 steps to get there. Okay, I got you. So I'm gonna put it here, maverick11bobs@gmail.com. There you go. I put it there. That's the one I created just for people to reach out, guys, because I get so much junk mail in my regular that I'm not gonna sit there where if you guys email me, I never see it. So my email is right there, Brother Edward, because what I want to do is I want to start having people on who are interested in debating, where I act as a moderator, even though obviously I'm Christian, but I'm grown enough to be a moderator and just make sure I stick to the rules, because I don't need to debate. I want to start having people of opposite ideals on the show. And I want people to debate, if that makes sense. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and send me an email. I put it in the chat. I think, do you see it? Or if you don't see it, it should be there. Okay, yeah. So if you want,
I got it down.
Email me there. I want to collaborate with you. I'm going to go through on YouTube and TikTok and see if I have any atheists who want to bite, because you definitely sound like, I can already tell just by speaking to you for a few minutes, you know what you're talking about. And then we'll go from there, brother. But make sure you hit me up so I know who you are.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
All right, you take care, okay?
You too, brother Edward. Thank you so much for calling, man. I appreciate you. Love you, brother. God bless you. Stay safe.
Love you too, brother.
All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I am getting a reminder on TikTok live studio that's telling me for some reason. I got to figure out, you know what? I keep forgetting to look this stuff up. Like TikTok live studio is telling me that my stream is inactive. I don't understand, but it is what it is. And that's okay. That's okay. TikTok, I got plans for TikTok as well. So let's get back here. Yeah, so guys, Maverick11B, Maverick11B as in boy, OBS, like OBS Studio, Maverick11B as in boy, OBS@gmail.com. If anybody wants to make an email inquiry. Having said that, Brother Edward, always welcome on the show. Send him my email, because I actually do. I want you guys to hear other debaters besides myself, other apologists, right? People who know what they're talking about. Obviously, Brother Edward knows what he's talking about, without a doubt, you know. And that's what we need. We need men of the faith and women of the faith, right? Who are willing to say, hey, you know what? What you're saying is completely false. This isn't true. And you know what's crazy? Going back to what I was talking about earlier, guys, that, oh my gosh, okay, this stuff all has to be under me, I would think. I'm gonna go this way. And if there's nothing over there, then I know I gotta go down. I'm gonna have to go down. Okay, so there's this. But yeah, guys, that's the thing, is that there are so many ways to argue against the lies, right? And unfortunately, atheism and Islam, as much as I love that my Muslim brothers and sisters are definitely a lot more respectful, unfortunately, they're representing a false and forced religion. And I know that there's people who don't like that, but I'm sorry, guys. My thing is, at the end of the day, I cannot defend Muhammad. I cannot defend the ideals of Islam, because they're categorically false. They're historically inaccurate, and it just doesn't make any sense. It's the reason why I love watching Muslims and atheists, because I'm like, these guys are both arguing out of fallaciousness, right? They're arguing in straw mans, they're arguing in lies. There's nothing that they're saying that's even remotely true. But I love watching it for the entertainment value and nothing else. Nothing else other than that, guys. Amen. Yes, there are more. Yeah, they're more respectful for sure, like without a doubt. And that's what I was talking about earlier, is like what people like Christopher Hitchens, or even New Age guys like the Deconstruction Zone, who I don't believe by any stretch of the imagination Deconstruction Zone has any real chance at having notoriety after the way that he got stomped on Tim Pool's podcast. But at the end, you never know, man. Like I said, we live in a world of pure secularism, brother. And I'm gonna a fresh tank. Let's get it. Thank you so much for showing up when you did, man. You got the DRN is so clutch, man. They're so clutch. They always show up and give me the best toys. You know, they give me the best toys, and I really do appreciate them for that, because they look out for a brother. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the DRN are Christians, you know, because they're showing up. They're pretending. You know, they're pretending like they don't know what's going on, but they're showing up and they're giving me big old Abrams tanks. Well, this ain't an Abrams tank, but this is more like a tank mixed with a Striker. Now, Striker infantry vehicles are 8-wheeled vehicles like this and can, in theory, operate with only half their wheels or a little less than half the wheel. Like, you know, those tires are fierce. Oh, here comes this guy. Oh, I got him. Distance. Distance shots. Distance shots. He jumped. He jumped on me. I don't know why. I don't know why. What made him think that that was going to do something, but yeah, he thought it was. It didn't. Oh, I missed that one. All right, let's turn back around before I end up running into something. Oh, wait. I passed it. I passed it. Uh-oh, I missed him. Okay. Let's keep going and pray that I don't get stuck in these things. These things are such a pain, man. All right, cool. We got it. Wait. All right, where am I turning? Oh, is this the little depot where... Are there supposed to be more things, or am I just way off? Oh, no. We're here. It's just very strangely shaped. Okay. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at? Catching up on chat. Therefore... Hold on. You guys are in here talking wild stuff. Ever watch John Steele? I can't say that I have. I don't even know that I've heard of it. Hang on. Hold on. Oh, man, you can do a lot of stuff in here. I didn't even know this. Okay. I'm still here, Brother Maverick, but I'm playing with my daughter. Amen, brother. I thank you so much, Brother Mike, for all the support you give. Mac Dude, Islam has a huge dilemma. They have multiple huge dilemmas, my brother. Arizona says, Bible says you can't eat shellfish. It's the funniest atheist argument. Yeah, that just goes to show that they don't even know the most remote thing about the Bible when they say stuff. And they like to just read little captions and hope that that's going to be a solid argument. It's intellectual laziness is what it is. Old Earth, I believe it isn't inconsistent with the Bible, right? The Bible doesn't talk about the age of the Earth. They are testing ice cores. That's what they are saying now. Yeah, sure. I'm sure they are. Chipoki says, amen. Matthew 7:13-14. Amen. Mike says, that's where the term came from. Neanderthal. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Chipoki, their foreheads. Amen, brother, on the phone. Soft dinosaur tissue has been found with the fossils, which cannot survive millions of years for sure. There's my email, Chipoki. Amen. Yes, they are more respectful. Amen. Okay. Caught up on chat. All right, guys. Let's go in here and see if there's anything I can bust up. Is there anything I can bust? Oh, no, don't. Okay. All right, guys. My driver's license is definitely getting revoked after this. Okay, cool. But I found a way in. That's what I wanted. All right. There's nothing in here, though. There is. Okay. There's this, though, for me to open. They did make this. They didn't make it easy for sure. Okay. Wait, what is that? Ringleader. I gotta go all the way back. Where's the ringleader? What about him? Why is this still showing him to me? He's fine. I flew all over here all crazy about it. He's fine. There's nobody doing anything to him. Okay. What else we got here, guys? We got all kinds of stuff. That's 78 meters behind me, supposedly, but it's not. Is it under me? Okay. Oh, I thought that was the base commander. All right, let me get this ammo then, at least. What are you wearing? You look like a motorcycle guy. Cool. I took out one of the Sons of Anarchy, apparently. Oh, come on. Is this guy still fighting people? There's nobody here. Who are you fighting, bro? Oh, free prisoners? Okay, I can do that. So this is more just, it's much as about objective as it is fighting people, right? For sure. Like, for sure. Oh, this guy. This guy is lost in the sauce. That dude is out to lunch. Okay, there's, I gotta look for these armories too, because they're very small, so we gotta definitely make sure we're doing that. And then there's another one right here. And then there's another one. Are you seriously still alive? My goodness. Stop. Like an atheist, this one just keeps on. Even though he knows it's hopeless. It's hopeless. I went Tupac on you guys, saw that? Okay, we got no multi-guest requests on TikTok, but it doesn't surprise me. TikTok is very stingy about putting out to people that you are live. But that's not accidental, guys. Like I've read that they do not prioritize at all people who are using TikTok Live Studio, which is crazy to me because they went out of their way to develop TikTok Live Studio. But I believe it, man, because when I go live on mobile, man, it's like instant. There's people there, you know. But then when I'm live on TikTok Live Studio, it's like almost nothing. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible because I guarantee you, I see people that are live on TikTok that I know are using TikTok Live Studio because they're at their PC and whatnot. But it's just crazy to me, like, and I'm definitely not a consistent streamer like the way they would see consistency. So, for example, like live every day, I'm not gonna get live every day on TikTok. There's no way. I have like really content that I really want to be making, and I'm definitely not gonna be, you know, skipping making content for YouTube. Especially and even Rumble and you know, just to go live on TikTok. And I'm not. I know there's people who do that, and that's fine. If that's your content, that's your content. Great, congrats. But that doesn't work for me. TikTok is just for it's such a. I mean, we saw how quickly it disappeared, right? When Trump took office, it's like it just goes to show you how quickly it can go away, right? And if you guys want to deal with that, that's fine. I'm just TikTok is not for me, unless God puts me in that position. Is not this thing where it's like a main content creation thing for me. Okay, we're going to be holding the fourth every time. Then I'm going to... The fourth. That's the way my son says fort. The fourth. Daddy, you want to sleep on the fourth? I love how on TikTok Live you can join. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's... I was actually talking about that in the beginning before a lot of you guys showed up. That was one of the best things that TikTok did was allow people to join even though they didn't have live status, right? I don't even know where to go to hold the fort. I don't even know where to go. Like, I don't know where these guys are coming from. I would assume probably by the ringleader. I don't know. But I'm not sure. Okay, these guys. This is going to be weird because it is not just like a linear base like... Take the, oh, these drones gotta go. Got him. Okay, looks like they're dropping parachute. Okay, so we know where to go. We can go that way. See if we can hit anybody with a tank shot. That would be funny if I did hit him out of the air, right? Can we? Can we hit one? Nah, there's no way. There's too much of a projectile, like an arc, on the projectile to hit. I mean, maybe I'm super lucky or something, but I don't see it happen. Where's that coming from? Oh, okay, that's these guys. They're just shooting down from their parachutes. I don't have the range. I can't go up that far. Oh, for these guys I do though. For these guys I do. There's no way that this guy's not gone. No, well, I was gonna say. Okay. I was gonna say. And let him land too, that's fine. I'll take out this drone. Looks like we're pretty close. I mean, even if they land, it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not like I had to take them out before. Every 4 minutes, YouTube? What's up? What do you mean, every 4 minutes what? I don't know what I missed there. Something about every 4 minutes. They're dropping more parachute soldiers. More paratroopers. More paratroopers. I can never seem to hit these things with a... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it not not possible? Okay, that thing, it damaged my tank big time though, for sure. Gotta be careful not to hit the prisoners. Is this the rebel leader? Yeah, I'm glad he's near me. I'll just let these guys land. I don't care. Even if I gotta get out and do the rest on foot, we're pretty close. Yeah, because they're landing now. And bullets will eventually set this thing on fire, guys. It's not like It's not bulletproof forever. It's just extremely bullet resistant. Yeah, there's 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we got it? I'm glad the ringleader didn't die, man, because... Oh, no, it's 95%. So what else do we need? Oh, it looks like they're dropping more. Oh, no, there's guys over there. And a tank that's about to hit me and I'm going to die. Oh, is that it? Did I just fill up the bar with those 3 that I took out in one shot? What about that? That took it. Yes, it did. I knew that it would. Once I saw the attack chopper. Every 4 minutes, YouTube takes commercial. Man, for real? Is that happening to anybody else? Because if that's the case, I'll turn the commercials off. I let it be monetized and I put conservative. And what conservative basically means is that like it should not be showing commercials every 4 minutes. Not even close. Not even close. If it is, guys, I will turn that off for the next stream. Let me know. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go back to just making sure that it's off. And if that means that YouTube shows less, puts my stream out to less people, we'll see. I'll experiment with that. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I don't want people watching commercials on my stream every 4 minutes. If you were to he showed 1 in the beginning, that wouldn't be so, that it's whatever. Okay, fine. But if it's showing you guys commercials every 4 minutes, please let me know. Let me know over. And I want to watch MI8 2. Nope. Slurpee says nope. I don't know what he's saying. Nope 2. Guys, is anybody else seeing commercials every 4 minutes? Please let me know. Before I get off, I want to know if that's the case for anybody else. Is anybody else here seeing commercials every 4 minutes on YouTube Live or YouTube Shorts Live? On Trovo, I don't know how it even works, or on Rumble, but I know there's not much I can do about that because I'm not monetized on Trovo or Rumble, and those platforms are just to spread the seed if I can to like whatever one person might come by in the year. But guys, has anybody seen commercials every 4 minutes? It's not just your stream, Maverick. Every other day I have this issue. Okay, Shapoki, but is anybody else? Mike, Slurpee, Arizona, not on vertical? Okay. Okay, so YouTube Live I expect, because they're gonna do that no matter what. Like I learned that even if you're not monetized, they still do that to people. Okay, Slurpee. Okay, good. Okay, so Shapoki, it sounds like a thing with you. So I would research why you're seeing so many ads, because you definitely shouldn't be seeing that many ads, especially if other people are not seeing it. I was worried about my settings. I just got a commercial when I got into stream, but that's it. Okay, good. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Like, if they want to give me AdSense or whatever, great. Okay, cool. But not to the point where people are seeing commercials every 4 minutes. That's absolutely inexcusable. Guys, I got to get ready for work. This was an absolutely 1000% phenomenal stream. As a matter of fact, we just liberated. We're like halfway through. And I want to see what's going to happen, guys. Maybe look tonight. If you guys have any suggestions for games, like single player, nice campaign games that are laid back like this one, right? Where we can look at, when people make prayer requests, and, I haven't had prayer requests, people are coming through to discuss whatever, but if anybody has prayer requests, this is still 100% what we want here. We're not shunning what the original purpose of the stream was, and that's what it is prayer requests, guys. So if you guys have prayer requests, please do not hesitate to give them to me. Yeah, guys, we're getting hundreds of views in only an hour and a half, so it's absolutely phenomenal. And you know what what I'm thinking of doing is, while I'm driving to work, I'm probably just gonna go live on YouTube. It's gonna be hands-free, it's gonna be in a holder, and I'll just pray for you guys on the drive there. You know what I mean? And that's Days Gone. I don't even know what that is. I'll look at it. What is Days Gone? Here, let's look at it together. Days Gone trailer. Days Gone Remastered is a PS5 game. Is it available for Steam? Oh, jeez.
All I could think was every one of us, man, woman, and child, are now homeless. The world belongs to them now. Bring it!
That reminds me of World War Z. Like the zombie movement and stuff. Looks very similar. Remastered for PS5 and PS5 Pro.
I felt relieved. How fucked up is that? What if you could take it all back? How would you could fix it?
Ooh,
You really think she's still alive?
this looks good.
Billions of people are dead, but somehow she made it.
We don't have hope for a better life.
Me and Slurpee used to play a game like this called World War Z. So good, man.
How are we fighting for?
So good. Is it available on Steam? Is Days Gone on Steam? Okay, let's just put a year from back in the day. I don't care. I just want to view it. Yes, it is. This is a strong contender. This is a strong contender, Arizona. It's a zombie game. I don't know, man. I might do it. I might do it. I love me some zombie games, man. I love World War Z. We also have Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what? I'm gonna put a poll up. We're gonna do Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'll find like one other game in there, and I'll let you guys vote it out. This is you guys' channel. You guys are gonna let me know what you want to see next for content as far as just playing and what we're gonna be doing as far as it's as far as just hanging out. Guys, absolutely amazing stream as always, man. I love each and every one of you guys, but I gotta get ready for work, man, and I will be at work until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, as always, guys, be safe, be good, be blessed. I will see you guys when I see you, and remember that Jesus is King and the literal only way to heaven. Have a good one, guys.